Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Happy 4th of July to my fellow Americans. I hope it's been a great day thus far. Let's get this started. Let's accept a random challenge. Remember, 3+0, you can challenge me to casual or rated. I got to close my door. It's swinging open. It is unexpectedly windy here. It's super hot and also super windy. And I know because I was outside for about 3 hours playing some blitz and grilling out with some of my chess students locally. And we were literally weighing down the board with like the condiments, the ketchup, the mustard, the hot sauce, all that stuff to keep it from blowing away. Yes, people actually play with physical boards still. I know. How's it going, everyone in the chat? Greetings to Rajith, Rajeshtain, Cookie Beard. Hello. Thank you, Pure Fan. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot so far. It's been great. Hello to Topologist as well. K Buckby. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to No Joke Chess as well for arranging this. One of the Lichess mods. He's great. He was kind enough to arrange this for a little bit later today. It is a holiday, so I do greatly appreciate a holiday here in the U.S. That is, so I do greatly appreciate his flexibility there. Hello, RHR page fan. Okay, Fate is coming at me here, so he's waging all-out warfare on my pawn structure. How are we going to deal with this? I could take here and then swap everything and then take on f5. I kind of want to keep the tension, though. I'm a little curious like how he's going to play this, but there is knight f4, isn't there? Maybe I'll go here. I'm going to play e5. We're going to try to block his play down the f-file. Wild Goose Chess challenged me to 3-0. I do decline non-3-0 challenges. Those are just the rules. Just to keep it moving along. The 3-2s can drag out for a while. Rayloso, yeah, likewise. Good to see you. Shout out to everyone in the Lichess or the Twitch chat and also following on YouTube. I want to say we can't forget the YouTube viewers. I do believe this is simulcast on YouTube as well. So shout out to you guys. Rated or unrated, rated or casual, doesn't matter if theta squared. Yeah, likewise, Groovy. John, why is e5 so hard? So many cheap gambits and tactics. What to do? You know, that's a very good point for Ocean Lichess. That is one aspect of e5. So meeting e4 with e5, playing double king pawn that I personally don't like as well. So I can sympathize with you, man. It's just something you have to deal with, knowing how to handle the Scotch gambit, the Danish, the Evans, stuff like that. Time to join Team Scandi. Yeah, I mean, I wrote that in the introduction to my Scandi course, something to that extent, that one of the nice things about the Scandinavian is a huge portion of the time you can expect to get the position after e4, d5, e takes d5, queen takes d5, knight c3 on the board. And black's usually the one fighting on their territory in the process. Okay, let's go. Should I just develop knight c6? I think so. We'll try to get this knight to d4. Hello, Real Spirits. The book about Karpov, Cookie Beard. Yeah, one of my favorite players. Thank you, Numanana. How's the audio sounding, guys? Last Lichess plays, I had just recently moved in and I didn't have this mic set up. So it should sound a lot better with this microphone. I'm really liking this one. This is the Shure SM7B. Audio's great? Okay, perfect. That's what I like to hear. Pin or check and pin this way? I'm thinking check. Great. Good. Love to hear that. Yeah, we'll go here. He's probably going to go rook c1. But I'm ready. I'm Johnny on the spot to bring a rook over. Plays rook there. Interesting. You know what? Let's go here. Knight e4, I'm thinking f6. Knight d5, we got to watch this fork here. Let's play King F8. I'm not worried about this one. I got this covered. I am worried about my clock a little bit, though. We've got to start this off right. Maybe I can encircle this knight somehow. It is... Ooh, okay, he's going for knight b6, but I think he missed that I have rook c2 here. Rook c2 is crucial. Oh, king f3. Can I get fancy and play this? That would be nice. He resigned. Okay. Yeah, and even still, even if knight b6 won the exchange, won the exchange back, I should say, I don't know if I like it because white is down a pawn, so I'm not sure you want to swap down. But yeah, got to watch those in-between checks. Thank you for the game. Appreciate it. Fade 21. Yeah, I think probably lost control right around here with a4. That doesn't look correct. Maybe you should develop here. Something like maybe bishop g5, h3, g4, something to kind of slowly advance. But thanks for the game. We're up to about 100 challenges now. Who's up next? Tethevani Medic. Let's do this. Good luck. You know what? Let's try to do what my opponent just did to me with knight c3 on move 2 against the Sicilian. How are you guys feeling the vibe of this chess set, by the way? You know, I mix it up. I throw you guys curveballs. We all know what set is going to be used for the final game of the day, but that's like 2 hours from now, so one game at a time. But this is the, let's see. Is it the book up pieces? I don't know if they call it book up here. They call it alpha. We're playing with the alpha pieces. I don't know if you guys know that, but this is the one true alpha set. Looks a lot like book up, though. Maybe it's a little more like angular than book up. A couple like sharper edges to the pieces. It looks old-fashioned, but also good. Yeah, that's kind of my impression as well. Looks like something you might see in an old textbook, maybe using like descriptive notation, but looks decent. What about the Sigma pieces? Yeah. I don't know if they have beta, Sigma. All right. Now, d5 is the move I'm looking to play here, I think. So let's go ahead. I want to break black's structure, try to stop black from playing d5. Little pawn versus pawn situation here. Let's see where he steps with this knight. I mean, knight b4, that may not lose a piece, but it looks risky. I'd like to meet that with a3, but there is this. So he goes back to b8. Okay, so that probably is not something black wanted to do. Maybe bishop d4, I'll challenge this bishop. I'm thinking if he castles, then we trade and play queen d4 check and pick up that little button on c4. There's also this move. That's probably the move you guys want to see me play. Knight to e4, because knight f6 is pretty vicious, but he goes here. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Let's just play it first. Let's play it. We can always take this pawn, I think, next. Maybe I can bait him into winning the exchange. We'll see. Hello, Ricardo. Good to see you, man. Yeah, we're going to try to bait black into going here. Or maybe check first and then that. There's also this, but this too, I might have something with this. I don't know. We're going to try to sack an exchange. All right. Yeah, let's go here. Could also take this, to be fair. Wow. Okay, so he allows this check. This must be good now, right? Because if he moves the king, I have this capture with check. And king g7, same issue. Or I have the double check, probably even better. I think I can play for mate. There's got to be a mate there. He sacks the queen. All right. And then what's he going to do? Pull the knight back? Now, how do we win? I could probably just pick this pawn off. That might be the simplest thing to do. I don't see a way I can mate him. I mean, if I could get this knight to e7 or h6 easily, that would mate. I don't have a dark square bishop. That would also be nice, but let's just pick off a pawn here. Oh, thank you, stupid peasant. I feel weird saying that. Thank you, stupid peasant. Those of you watching on YouTube, that is a viewer in the Twitch chat. That is their username. They just wrote a kind comment. They said, first time I see John's new apartment setup, the professional mic really helps. So thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's continue just playing aggressive. I mean, stop the knight from coming to d7. Yep, you can just send a challenge. Hello, Sukure, by the way. Good to see you. Nice to see familiar faces in here. Okay, takes. Let's capture. Nice, and on gaming. Very good, very good. I think I can get this thing even better. I think I can upgrade this even further. This is an expensive microphone. I want to say it's like $350 to $400. And for a mic like this, you're going to want to run a preamp as well and an audio interface. And that's stuff that used to be over my head and largely is still over my head. But I've had some good advice from a student of mine. Shout out to Nick. And also, I've just seen a lot of like podcasters, YouTubers, streamers use a mic like this. This is very good for like voiceovers and speaking like directly into the microphone. Doesn't pick up a lot of the background noise. Because I have like a very echoey place with tall ceilings here. It's just one big room. It's my living room. Oh man, I have 12 seconds. Oh boy. All right, come on, John. Come on now. You can do it. Oh, I blundered the pawn. Oh no, my pawn. Just kidding. I still got to win this, though. This is still not going to be easy. He's going to go check. Stay on the dark squares. If we keep everything on dark squares, this can't be too bad, right? Now we march the king in. There we go. All right. We got it. We got the job done. I almost talked too much. Good game to Tethevani. Yeah, that was interesting. We're going to click into the analysis real quick. I think maybe you could have played like knight takes d5 or bishop b5. Knight takes d5 as in like here and then take here. Yeah, bishop b5 is good here. With the skewer. Difference probably being that there's no clearly good discovery, although this looks scary. I might be able to hold the knight. I probably would have recaptured. Yeah, rook takes f1 or king takes f1, something like that. But maybe with some precision, you can hold here. But thanks for the game. All right, who's up next? Hello, John. What rating is needed to play the Grunfeld defense? Well, of course, you can feel free to experiment with any opening at any time. But I would say Grunfeld is of the category that you probably don't want to touch it below about 1600, maybe even below 1800 if I'm being quite honest. That's a sophisticated opening. You got to understand dynamics and timing. So, yeah, I think if you're on the fence about it, the play looks pretty abstract to you. You may want to hold off on that one. Oh, great. Yeah, Clip Pie. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do that, but I do want to. Ooh, Danger Will Robinson. How is he going to stop me from winning material? Where do I put my knight? You know what? I'm thinking about playing. You guys are going to laugh at this. Knight G1. Knight G1 might be the best move here. Because, stay with me. If I play knight takes d4 to attack the rook, right? He can take, and then my rook's under attack. If I play knight g5, he can chase the knight. If I play knight h4, he can chase the knight. He or she. If I play knight g1, he can't chase the knight. And I don't know how she deals with this bishop takes a8 threat. Also, how often do you get to play move 6, knight g1, and have it be a good move? Yes, this is the alpha piece set. That's right. Knight e5, maybe, but knight e5, queen c7. Maybe then I go queen a4. It's possible knight e5 was also good, but we'll check this afterwards. His head just exploded. Like, he's like, I know I was weak here. I was thinking you were going to like take or something, but knight g1. Hi, Duffman. Crooked Rooks. I'll be streaming for 2 hours, so to 5:30 p.m. Central. The Leipzig piece set. I probably tried that at some point, but it probably is a less clean looking version of this. Johnny, you're blushing, or is it just the shirt? It's probably just me being outside in the sun for about 4 hours prior to this. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of sun recently. I agree, no joke. Yeah, I do say they a lot. It still sounds kind of unusual to say that sometimes. Yep, I am still in Minnesota. That's right. Okay, so black might go after this. Maybe I go here just to keep this pinned. Ooh, b5. Banish the bishop to c8. Let's just play this. I'll let black take here if they want. That's fine. Just trying to develop quickly. Bring this out, hit the bishop, see how black reacts. Bishop comes back to c8 anyways. All right. Let's take. The Leipzig. You got me curious about that set now. It must be this one? No. I'm trying to think based on your description which one it could be. This one. Yeah, this is like a font from, you're right, like an old chess book with kind of cheap, like you kind of expect the pieces to be faded like they are in the old books, like the printing is faded. I don't know about that one though. I'm just not a fan. Direct from 1880, yeah. Am I interested in chess variations like 960 or more exotic ones? You know, I've played a little bit of 960 in the past. I would say of all the variants, that's one of the ones I like best. I also like 3-check, and I don't mind Bug House or Crazy House. I used to play those a fair amount when I was a kid. But 960, I'd say, is the most like realistic one. I mean, there's probably no surprise there. But I guess I get the most enjoyment out of that variant compared to other variants because it still feels entirely like chess to me. All right, let's go here so I can play knight d2. I got to watch knight takes f2 maybe. So let's take. We're turtling up here for a few moves. Still haven't got my rook in the game yet, but we're up an entire rook plus a couple pawns. It's established dominance in the middle of the board. Aw, thought I was going to get the queen. Oh, he resigned. Okay. Yep, good game. Knight g1. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be the best move? I have a feeling that knight e5 move might be better. But knight g1, I think, will be top 2. Let's see. Oh, yes. It might change its mind still. You see up there? Knight g1 is the best move. The computer proved it. Knight g1 plus 4.6. There we go. Yeah, so black has to put a bishop opposing me here. And you got to get a bishop firing against that bishop on g2. Super important. Otherwise, that diagonal is too vulnerable. Thank you for the game, Jay Rizzy. Okay. Cartman's Ghost. Ooh, 1500 question mark. These are always 1950. I got to be on guard because you don't know what to expect strength-wise. Are you there, Cartman's Ghost? We'll give him a hard 3 count. Going once. Going twice. Sorry, we have to abort. All right. Jost is up next. Let's play Alekhine's defense. Maybe d5 now. Could also be reached via a Scandinavian defense. If e5, f3. F3 kind of weakens here. White is moving the forget about it pawn. But on e5, there was d4 and also, I think knight e4 and knight fd7 are also moves. Ooh, interesting. I kind of want to see who blinks first, but that's not a good move. Let's take here. Is it true in 960 that there are positions that are significantly better for white? Or even, maybe I should rephrase, are there positions that are virtually winning for white? Because that was one criticism of chess 960, 960 possible starting positions. There are some where white has a very large advantage, far more so than in classical chess. Okay, now this is a little pattern you got to know in various openings. It's one of the problems with moving the forget about it pawn early on, is you get this fork here and here. As an example, if you play the black side of the king's gambit, e4, e5, f4. One move I've often recommended to people, if you don't want to take the gambit, play the move bishop c5 on move 2. Because then, on bishop c5, if white plays f takes e5, you can go queen h4. And the bishop and the queen work out very well together. Queen h4 would come with check. And truthfully, in the king's gambit, e4, e5, f4, white is not threatening to take on e5 yet because of this queen h4 move. So you always got to be aware of that resource. Interesting. Lots of cool extra Lichess things on that page. Any other ones we should be aware of? No joke chess? Let's go here. We'll try to attack this. I could just trade down. Just trade everything. Maybe a move like bishop d6 as well. Just try to lure the queen over and then take on f1. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just continue developing. The personal opening explorer. Interesting. Yeah, is that different than opening tree or incorporating opening tree on Lichess? Hello, Florikash. Have you ever done a blitz simul with no increments? I have. I've not done that online before, Wild Goose Chess. It's pretty interesting, though. I like those sort of challenges. Let's castle this direction. Okay. Yeah, blitz simuls. Those are real interesting. Is he ready to castle now? He can still castle, right? Yeah. All right, I think now we'll just take everything. I know this is boring. Please don't hold it against me. But we're up material. We're just going to cruise to victory here, hopefully. Now, if I take here, there is this. Okay, he resigned. Thank you for the game. Jost. Yeah, f3, I think is just ill-advised. I know you want to defend the pawn, but if you're going to defend it, probably d3 is a better option. But honestly, the best move of all, or best moves, would be e5 or taking the pawn. Yeah, thanks for the game. Appreciate it. Let's go to the next one. Casual player. Okay, let's play knight f3 this game. What's my take on the Nepo versus Mishra drama? Is becoming a GM too easy? Becoming a GM is never easy. And I got to be honest, I haven't followed the drama in that much detail. I know there's some back and forth Twitter stuff, but yeah, I can't really comment on it. I haven't followed it. But no, I mean, kudos to Abhimanyu Mishra, because becoming a GM at any age is an insane achievement. Of course, like a 12-year-old doing it is just out of this world, and really, really has to be congratulated. Absolutely. Take here, try to attack f7, also b5. Yeah, 12 years old. Ridiculous. I think I'll take here. Do 12-year-olds know as much theory? They know probably way more than you and I. I'm going to include myself in that category as well. Which way to take? I don't know. This, I think, probably wins a pawn. But I kind of want to take with the bishop. I'll take with the knight. Let's do knight takes. It's very tempting to threaten this. You nervous for your first OTB event in August? Yeah, that's understandable, but you'll have a good time. Yeah. I think by the time you play your first game, maybe the second game, you'll settle into a groove, and hopefully you'll enjoy yourself. Chess Master 96. Good luck in that tournament. They say a professional chef must decide whether to cook or run a business at some point. Is it the same with chess professionals? That's an interesting saying. I haven't heard that before. But I see your point, and yeah, I do think that's correct. I do, in fact, think that's a valid statement when it comes to chess, because to pursue being the best in the world, probably you're not going to get financially compensated for it. Unless you become an absolute elite player. We're talking maybe top 10. So hence why a lot of like really strong players, they got to earn a living. So if you're like 26, 2650, maybe even 2700. I know a lot of 2700s who coach, make content, make courses, and that has to either supplement or become their primary income, because playing chess tournaments does not pay the bills. There's probably, if I were to guess, I'd say 30 people. You could maybe even be more conservative, say like 20 people in the world who could make a decent living playing chess. It could be as small as like 10 to 15. But I'd say somewhere in the 10 to 30 range is a pretty decent estimate, purely from playing. So yeah, it's tough. Very, very difficult. Thank you, casual player, for the game. I used a little pet line against the Slav. I played e3. Usually white plays a4, but you can play e3 and then this a4 move after black has played b5. I think the best move here for black is b4, chasing the knight. So black tried to defend the structure, but I ended up getting quite a bit of compensation, got the pawn back, and won some material. Hello, Muamin. Okay. Oxterts. Let's play g6 on move 1. It's worse for aspiring chess players than for aspiring actors in Hollywood. I don't know. That might be a good comparison. It is true for a lot of things, right? Like if you're pursuing a game, a sport, or whatnot, and you want to pursue it at an absolute professional level, like there's a very good chance you're probably just not going to make a lot of money. Not many people do. But that's not to say you can't still do it. You can't branch out. Teaching, I've been very thankful to have teaching in my life. I don't think I would be doing chess full time if not for teaching, and especially not for teaching online. So we're lucky that there are options like that in the chess world. Hello, Imha. I'm torn. Do I play e4 or do I leave this diagonal open? Let's leave it open for now. I'll keep my options with this light square bishop. I'm not sure. If I don't play e4, how do I make progress here? And you know, one door closes, one door opens. If I play e4, I kind of shut down his light square bishop, but I open his dark square bishop. I don't know how I feel about that. So let's go queen e7. d4, g6. What opening is this? You can consider it kind of a modern. Could transpose like d4, g6, e4. I often play it to get into the Jinji Indian, but white did not play into this. Let's go here now. I'm trying to poke and prod. If he goes here or here, he blunders knight b3. So I think he's got to step here. But then okay. Got this juicy square for the fork. Anything else to consider? Nah, let's go for it. Yeah, this did turn into a London. That's right. White played in the London style, knight f3 and bishop f4. But this is, I don't think the London is so great against this setup. Do I, will I continue studying chess now that I'm an IM? Or are you planning to go for a GM? I like how you said now that you're an IM, as if I got it recently. I'm almost embarrassed to say I've been an IM since 2006, when I was 20 years old. So I do appreciate that, though. Like, John, congrats on me. No, I will still continue to study chess. I have not been in hardcore chess study mode, though, like whatsoever, for the past few years. Probably 2017 was the last time that I actually was actively studying, and I would say also like improving my repertoire. That was the last time I made like big changes and try to make big improvements to my opening repertoire. And I still look at stuff, but not with the same zeal, let's say, that I was back then when I was also playing tournaments. Imagine being embarrassed by being just an IM. Well, no, it's not about that. It's just that, you know, everyone wants to continue improving, and I've more or less like held my level for the past 10 years, which is fine, but I could do better. I know I could do better. And playing chess and trying to improve my game has just not been a priority in those 10 years. It has been like very fleeting fashion, but I know I could do better. So that's as in not blundering bishop b5. What's my FIDE? My FIDE is 2446, I think. Okay. So I lost my exchange back, but I did gain a pawn. I'm behind on the clock, so let's try to make this up. Controlling this square, which is quite nice. If I go here, do you guys think he'll sacrifice here? He does not. He plays solid. Let's keep pushing pawns. All right, finally we're going to play e4. That knight doesn't have many squares. He has to go back to h2. Oh, he dropped it. He returned the favor. At this point, you play like a super IM, beating many GMs and blitz. Yeah, that's my secret reason I tell people that I don't want to become a grandmaster. I want to be known as the strong IM and not the weak GM. You don't want to be known as the weak GM. Strong IM is where it's at, right? It's all about framing. That's marketing. Take notes. If you're like, let's say you're rated, I don't know, 1280 right now, 1285, 1290, just stay there. Do not press for 1300. You don't want to be known as the weak 1300. You want to be known as the super strong 1200. That's how your opponents will fear you and how you'll be remembered. Just say you're a 1295 with two 1300 norms. That'll get people sweating, let me tell you. Can I reach 3,000? I would say no. Well, okay, online rating, there's a chance. But 3,000 over the board, no way, no way. We might not see anyone make 3,000 in our lifetimes. Okay, thank you for the game, Akit. This was tough. This was a tangled game. I do think you had to play Queen D1 here, although the position already looks a little uncomfortable. I think you have some issues with your coordination here. So I've been in this type of scenario. Probably what you should do is actually refrain from taking the pawn on e5. I think you should play your bishop back to g3. So you can kind of keep this pawn there. So thank you for the game. Let's play English. Shock Mac. All right, good luck, Shock Mac. This is a 3-0, right? Okay. Always play bishop f8. Says, I guess I should stop playing and sit on my 1998 rating, then become a weak 2000er. All right. Well, I'll show you guys this later if I remember. But it's really interesting to see the graph, like your percentile, where you fall in the percentile of rated players on Lichess. And Lichess provides a nice graph where you can check that out. You click on your profile and then it'll say like you are better than whatever, 54.5% of players on the site. You can click that. I think it's just a little link and a graph will pop up and it shows where you fall like on this bell curve of all the players on the site. And those of you who have explored this or know this phenomenon will be well aware of this, but there's this like ladder anxiety where people do tend to stop at those round numbers, like 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700. So the amount of players spikes up right at those round numbers, and then it drops off. And I was looking at it the other day. It doesn't seem to spike until maybe 13 or 1,400. Players below that don't seem to care as much, but once you're getting into the middling rating levels, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, etc., that's when people seem to start caring about those round but ultimately pretty much meaningless numbers. Glaciac says, when I get to a round number, I just make a new account out of anxiety. Yeah, I mean, you're probably not alone, man. Or, you know, another typical thing I see a lot is people will make a certain rating at one time control, like Blitz, and then they'll be like, okay, I made my number at Blitz. Let me play Bullet or Rapid. I'll get those ratings up now. You know, and then they start in on a different time control. Queen b6, rook e8 would be an unfortunate blunder. Or, oh, this is a fun move to play. Whew. Call the ambulance. But not for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't win right away, though, because he can go knight d7. I think he must play knight d7. Or maybe knight a6, but it's going to be nice. I'm going to pick up, at minimum, another pawn here. Yeah. Yep. See, a lot of people do it, Ludfi Afridi. The old back rank, yes. We got to know this pattern well. With the king there, with the 3 pawns right in front, we must understand that pattern. Okay, now how do I do this? What's the best way to play? If I take, I mean, I could do this. I could run it back. Just take. I still have check, and I'll still end up mating him. But I can also just play queen takes c6 or bishop takes c6. Probably queen takes c6 is the best move here. Let's do it. Any heat waves going on in Minnesota, John? From Belgium, it's been raining here for weeks. Yeah, it's hot here right now. It definitely is. So I think a lot of parts of the world are experiencing similar heat waves. Take. Thanks for tuning in from Belgium, by the way. Appreciate it. Thanks to all the viewers around the world. I'm trying to like win this cleanly. Maybe Maybe queen here? It's the bishop. His bishop's defended, though. Don't know. Maybe here. Let's go here. I'm just trying to discourage knight a4. John, do you think Lichess should allow multiple pre-moves? That is an interesting question. I don't know. I haven't really reflected on that too deeply. It is kind of nice to stack the pre-moves, I will say. But there must be a specific reason or policy why Lichess has avoided that. Oh, you guys are going to like this one, too. Look at that. I just keep bothering him on the back rank, and finally he succumbs. Yeah, good game. I think bishop h3 was a killer. I guess he can play f5, though. He had to play f5 here to block my attack. And then that kills the fun, although I am up 2 pawns. It's fun to play moves like that, though. Bishop h3, queen takes b7. It's just a phantom defender, right? That defender almost does not exist. No joke, chess. Remember, one of the mods on Lichess helped set this up. He says you probably can't do multiple pre-moves and 0-second pre-moves. Or so the bullet folk tell me. I'm not an expert. Yeah, okay, so that may be... thanks again for the game, Shockmac. That may be one of the reasons, because, yeah, on Lichess, when you pre-move, you guys might know this, but when you pre-move and the move executes, like I can try it here. Coming up. Well, you won't be able to tell anyways because there's not tenths of a second on. But when you pre-move, it doesn't take any time away from you. Whereas on chess.com, it takes away 0.1, even if you're stacking your pre-moves and they're executing right away. So just the difference in time expenditure philosophy. We should have, if he does that, then do this pre-moves. Oh, like you could tier them in a way, or you could pre-move for various possibilities. That seems like it would be difficult to implement for one thing. And wait, do I have a pre-move here? I'm trying to pre-move this. There we go. That's kind of like correspondence style. Like correspondence chess. Where you can say, if you play this, I will play this way. And you can do that for multiple lines. Let's undouble our pawns. Lichess has conditional pre-moves for correspondence games. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't think I knew that. For live games, it seems convoluted. Is Grand Prix attack a solid opening, or is it just fun to play? You can play it in sound fashion. Yeah, you can definitely play it solidly. Pretty much all main openings are solid in their own way. But Grand Prix does have an aggressive reputation. Like you're usually expanding on the king side. You tend to be going after your opponent's king. Probably whites know better in the Grand Prix. But you don't have to strictly go for the throat. Okay, my opponent's playing solid here. I'll just play a useful move. This is a good type of move to play when you're not completely sure how to continue. Maybe the position has slowed down a little bit, and you're like, I'm just going to play a move that's almost always useful. All right. Let's go here. Invite a trade. I like how my queens and rooks are aligned here. This is looking good. Hello, Naidi Chess. Appreciate it, Naidi. Greetings. Why do you look like Justin Timberlake so much? That's not one I have got before. Let's see. Who do people say I look like? There's someone. What's that dude's name? Now we can fork the knights. Oh, I'm blanking on this actor's name. Oh, yeah. Someone was like adamant that I look like Gary Sinise. Gary Sinise, that's it. And I was like, I could kind of see it, but I don't know. I don't know if I have like a strict celebrity doppelganger. Okay, I'm gonna try to be really mean to him. I'm gonna try to get him with. Oh, he moved the knight. I wanted to try to get him with knight. Rook takes a4 as well, but he moved it. Maybe he'll go back. You can't forget. Oh my, that was so funny. Thank you for saying that, Duffman. I forgot. I gotta find that on my Twitter now. Dude, that's too good. I don't know if I can show that on the Lichess stream, but it is pretty funny. My brother sent this to me. There was like an advertisement for like a pillow on Amazon. And my brother's like, he sent it to me. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were moonlighting as an Amazon pillow model." And the dude looked, no joke, like that's the one person I've seen where I was like, "Wow, that guy, like legitimately that guy looks exactly like me." Okay, we didn't get rook takes a4 taking the knight, but we did get bishop takes a4 using the pin. Jaspovich, I don't have the videos for that course. I actually don't have the course itself, so I can't really comment. But I'm sure there are people here who have them that can maybe. Ooh, I should have gone there. That would have been much cleaner. That would have dominated the knight. But this is, of course, still winning. Have I played the Alekhine a lot in my climb to IM? No, hardly at all. Hardly at all, Rumor. Thank you for the game. Appreciate it, JR Cott. So this was a Sicilian with bishop c4. A lot of players play this way, this so-called boulder attack. But I think the way that I dealt with it in this game is kind of the standard and decent way to do this as black. JR Cott, maybe your position is fine here if you refuse to undouble my pawns. Like, you should probably not play the move e takes d5, because that allows me to take with the c pawn, and I don't have that defect with the pawn structure going on. So maybe just d3 here. Thank you for the game. All right. Type answer here. I was trying to decipher this username. I'm like, type Sean. Yeah, what? Type answer here. That's what it is. Let's play King's Gambit. This is a good example right here. I don't want to play this move because of queen h4 check. That would be a bad time. So let's go knight f3. Ooh, and he moves the forget about it pawn. Wow, okay. Well, let's go here. We're not going to take any action on this diagonal yet. Not yet. Oh, Lima DT found the tweet. Classic. All right, now I'm thinking, if this were Crazy House or Bug House, I would try to put a pawn on f7. I'd ask my partner for Bug House for a pawn. I'd place it there. Crazy House, this would be a strong move because then you'd get a pawn that you can place there. But what do we do in this position? I could take and then, I don't know. Kind of want to go here, but let's take once. I feel like that has to be kind of the right way to go. Not currently working on it, Rumor, so hard to say. Yeah, I'd like to promise a timeline, but I really can't at the moment. Just got done with this move. Still in the process of selling my house. That's taking an annoyingly long time, but I think that'll be done pretty soon. I'm even looking at this right away. But probably I just want to go here. Threaten bishop f7 mate. Do you think we'll get bishop f7 mate? I mean, there's a chance he'll play h6. Because instinctively he might want to kick the knight, but of course, You want to defend against this. And there's not that many ways to do that. Move the knight or play d6. d5 might be the best move of all. Can I try playing the Botez Gambit in a game? Yeah, this was this guy's mistake. Oh, he does play d5. But his mistake was getting a little over 1100. He should have stayed at like the high thousands. 1090, 1095, 1098 maybe. That would be far more intimidating. But now 1107, I look at that and I'm like, weak 1100. No offense. But strong 1000. Okay, now this knight is undefended. We have to bear in mind. I'm going to go d3. Because if ever I feel like he wants to play h6, but queen h5 is constantly an issue. Shanklin's Classical Sicilian. Also haven't checked it out, but I bet it's great. Yeah, Shanklin is extremely thorough. He's watching. I'm sorry, type answer here. Please forgive me. He's stream sniping though. Actually, I'm starting to think h6 is a good move. I'm thinking black might want to play that soon. Because now he's got that square to move with his king, so theoretically he could play h6 and it may be a good idea. Just to back that knight off at some point. Hey, at least you're honest. At least you're honest. Many people don't admit to it. Unfortunately, though, you went to the well one too many times. Now, you do have the f8 square to go to, so it may not be a complete disaster. But again, when you go to the well that many times, that's what can happen, type answer here. I gotta say, though, if you were 1098, 1097 even, I don't think you would have fell for that, though. But at 1107, I knew I had to set you up. Okay, that was fun. Thank you for being a good sport. Type answer here. It's all in good fun. Of course, there's no rule against stream sniping if you really want to. But yeah, just avoid that f6 move. f6, weakening the diagonal here, is just going to set you up for some problems. Okay, that was pretty funny, though. I did set him up pretty bad on that. Okay. All right, let's go to the next game. Thanks again. Type answer here. Goldcat. Hey, Goldcat. I know you've been challenging the last couple streams. I don't think we played, but I've seen you at like the top around here. Goldcat is strong. Wait, what's my record against Goldcat? Oh, maybe I did play him last time. Bahamas. Yeah, I remember. Maybe not. It doesn't say we have a record against each other. Is that true? I could have sworn Goldcat and I have played, but maybe not. Right handles? Yeah, I thought he might be getting suspicious. I had to sell it, right? I had to like make it a suggestion. Like maybe you can play h6 at some point. Like it's probably a good idea now that you have f8 available for your king. You don't want to sell it too hard, because then he would get suspicious. Is this a position where I can play bishop f5? I don't know. Bishop f5, take, queen takes. Queen takes d5, queen takes here. I think it is okay to play it here. I'll do it. because this square is covered. But yeah, there are some lines like this where you can get in trouble. I don't think this is one, though. I think this is just good for me. He might be confused. Oh, no, this is the line. Queen b5. Yeah, queen b5 is the move. Ooh, this is dangerous for me now. I got to be very careful at this point. I think this is bad for me. All right, let's castle. I need to muster up all my creativity now to save this. Queen b5. That's the move I always forget in this line. Because it's a weird situation, right? I won his rook in the corner. He won my bishop. And my queen now is in some trouble, though, is the issue. So let's try to work our way out of this somehow. Not going to be easy. E5, maybe? I don't know. Let's get creative here. This may be karma for that last game if I end up losing this against Gold Cat. We'll look this up afterwards. I'm pretty sure we'll find some games with Queen b5. Now, last week I did walk into someone's prep and I managed to survive. I played like the black side of the French defense. Got into some real nasty situation prep-wise, but I found some good moves and survived. Today, that remains to be seen. Whoa, knight there. What is this? You're going to give me the biz hop? I'll take the biz hop. Okay, so now, I mean, even if I lose the queen, I don't know that that's an absolute disaster because we're getting a lot of material for it. So he's ready to go here, is the thing, right? So let's take. I got to play faster, for one thing. A6. I don't know that I want to play A6. I think I'm just going to develop now, quite honestly. We're going to play with 2 rooks against the queen, and we're going to hope. 2 rooks against the queen. And hope for the best. We're not going to defend this. We got to get developed. That is most important. Interesting indeed. Hope is a bad word. I know. When you start saying hope in chess, it's usually a bad sign. It truly is. I think pawn e4 might have been good there for him. Instead of taking pawn, strangely. I'll show that after the game, but I think. Would have been strong. Now what? Is he going to put this knight in here? Maybe try to fork me someday? Let's go here. Wants this eventually. But we can distract him for a while. Time is a big, big problem at this point, though. Let's go here. Give me that pawn. Oh, snap. There's a trick. Take. There was the capture there. Oh, wait. I hope this works. Check. I can go king over. We're going to white knuckle this. Hopefully we can survive. Got to coordinate. Let's take. We got to try. We can pre-move. Oh, I dropped the rook. He didn't take it. That was a pre-move affair at the end. I won dirty. All right, good game, Goldcat. Let's take a look at that game. The chat was rooting for you. Yeah, I think that's the move there, Queen B5. It's complicated. It's a bizarre situation. But I should have remembered this because I showed this to a student a while back, and I was explaining why you have to be careful about the bishop f5 move, and I still misremembered the variation. If your knight is on f6 already, this is fine. But yeah, this is the way to refute it. Any other move is good for black, but queen b5 kind of traps this queen in, hits b7, allows for bishop takes c4, and I'm suffering. I didn't think Goldcat had to sacrifice the dark square bishop. That didn't seem necessary to me. Engine wants to play bishop takes e5. And you know what I also thought? I thought e4 was a good move right here. The engine still has Goldcat well ahead, +4, even though black does have the 2 rooks, and it's probably for coordination purposes. John, can you take a look at bishop a3 to save the queen? Would that not work? You know, bishop a3, so if I'm going to play it, I probably got to play it somewhere like right here. Yeah, I was a little skeptical of it. Queen b2 is the idea, but maybe take, knight takes, pawn takes, queen b2. Yeah, it's worthy of consideration. It's just that, I guess even here my bishop is kind of trapped. The engine still loves white's position. Bishop f7. I don't know. I felt like my best chances kind of lay in trying to get these developed and sacrifice some material for the queen eventually. Try to win some back or distract white. But maybe bishop a3, yeah. I feel B. But thanks to the game, Goldcat. I dodged a bullet there. That was a fun one. Boris Matt, you're up. I saw you challenging early on. Hello, Boris Matt. Let's play a Scandi. Let's do it. John, what's your take on playing after a few drinks? You know, I think it's not a bad idea at some point. I'm doing it today, actually. I was out at a 4th of July grill earlier, so I had a couple drinks. But I'm still taking you guys down. I'm still in the trenches. And of course, your drink of choice does not have to be alcohol. It could be, I mean, usually I'm drinking coffee. That's what I got in here, by the way. Let's take with the G pawn and try to attack down the G file. I'll try to castle queenside. Did he have knight c6 with a fork? I don't think he did, chess XQC. I was cognizant of that at various times. He could have played knight c6 at some stage, but I don't think it would have won material. Because there was a moment where I played knight takes d5, and I think his queen was under attack on b4. So he had to waste time either moving it or taking my knight, which he ended up doing, and I have rook takes, and then I'm out of the fork. But was my rook hanging on f8 then? No, my rook was on e8 at that point. All right, let's attack here. So we got this pawn pinned. Now, knight h4, maybe there's some fun stuff that could happen. Like queen f4 looks really good there. We'll see. Go Scandi, yeah. Hello, Full Metal Genesis. These types of positions are fun for black. And I think white kind of has to step aside, like king h1, and play some defensive moves early on here so they avoid what's happening in this position currently. Yeah, because this is only a phantom defense. This is the pawn is pinned, so. Let's take here. John, what setup would you recommend for black in the knight f6 Scandi, the Scandi modern? Setup for black in that. I'm not a big expert on that variation, but I think, if you can go for the gambits, like the Icelandic gambit or the Portuguese gambit, those are great. Those are a lot of fun to play. I would endorse those for sure. Let's offer a queen trade. If not, if white refrains from defending the pawn on d5, I do think you have to play it, honestly, in kind of like Alekhine's defense style. That's how those knight f6 positions have always struck me as turning out. They often look like Alekhine's style situations. Are there any books on the modern Scandi? There are. One that I really like is David Smerdon's book. He's an Australian grandmaster. I think it's called Smerdon Scandinavian. Oh, I thought I had bishop b4 here, but he's got this double covered. So let's just go back. We'll give this pawn. Do I have a nemesis? I don't think so. I mean, I'm tempted to say Greg Shahade, but usually if you have a nemesis, it's like competitive when you guys play. So, given my record against Greg, oh, did I blunder? I could lose my queen, but I have this. So no, I can't really say that Greg is my nemesis. I'm still allowing bishop a5, but I couldn't really stop it. It is hot right here. It is currently, what's the temperature here? It's 93 degrees Fahrenheit, which is almost 34 degrees Celsius. I feel like I've dodged a couple bullets in this game due to inattentiveness. 73 in Texas? Oh my. Why did we get stuck with this weather today of all days? This is just too hot. Like I don't like it when it gets this hot. Anything above, for me personally, about 85, I start to dislike. 85 Celsius, of course, or 85 Fahrenheit. 85 Celsius would be something else. All right. Thank you, Boris Matt, for the game. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think you just got to avoid this situation, Boris Matt, before it happens. If you happen to be watching, I think, let's say after rook g8, you want to play a move such as king h1. Sidestep. It's a good policy usually when they got the rook on the half-open file towards your king. Do a little sidestep, step out of the way, and you're good. I prefer 85 Kelvin. Who doesn't, honestly? Okay. Heitstein, let's go. Let's play e4. I'm feeling Ruy. I'm feeling the Spanish. Shout out to Anarchy Chess. I know they love this opening. You guys feeling Spanish? Ruy Lopez. Okay, now that rook e1 has been played, I am threatening to take and take e5. Let's see if he goes for the gambit. d5, the Marshall gambit. No. All right. Let's play h3, the main move. d4 is also pretty reasonable. We're going to get some old school theory, the Chigorin variation. A time-honored line. This is the most popular move here on move 9. This knight a5 move. John, your opponent is the weakest 1900 ever. If some of these clips get taken out of context, I'm going to look really bad for the foreseeable future. I was like, when I was playing Your Answer Here, I was like trashing him at 11:07. And to get the context, you'd have to know that I didn't mean it. But the standalone clips would look kind of bad. Maybe Heitstein did stop at 1900. Oh, look at this. Look at this pattern. It's the pattern, you guys. 1900 rapid, 1905 classical, 1501 bullet. I think we've spotted something here. Heitstein, you just got to stop worrying about your rating. You got to get in there and just bang around with these players, you know? Don't try to stop at those nice round numbers. You're better than that. Don't let a number define you. Like a nice round number. Don't let it define you. Let's play this like Fischer often played against some of these Ruy setups. Knight coming to e3, knight h2, queen f3, knight g4, or knight d5, or knight f5. There's a lot of cool ideas here. I actually kind of prefer this treatment of the Chigorin positions. You can also advance d5 or leave the tension, but I kind of find this to be a nice way to play. The core principle being that white often has good control over d4, whereas black can't say the same thing about d5. However, there is a game that Fischer lost in this setup. It's a game against Ratmir Kolmov, I believe, where he allowed like a knight d4 type move that Kolmov played, and it took Fischer completely off guard, and he ended up losing an instructive game. 97. This is an interesting treatment. Probably knight g4. Let's get this in the action. White queen f3 first. Doesn't that just lose the tempo if they take on g4 after knight g4? Well, the thing is, you often take with the pawn, which I might just do here. And queen f3 can create, like if the knight was still standing on f6, that could create some problems for that piece. Let's go here. I'm just going to deny the knight these squares. And I know it looks odd to refrain from developing this dark square bishop for so long, but that's okay. There are some openings where you don't develop that bishop for a long time, like the Sicilian is a good example. Some lines of like closed Sicilian and whatnot. Black will let that bishop sit on c8, and kind of similar here for white. Okay, so I like this position a lot for me. Black setup looks solid, but there's not a whole lot to do for him. But I've got a long ways to go before I can hope to win a game like this. Let's go king here. I might start trying to sneak this rook over. Maybe g5, queen h5, try to launch an attack here. We'll see. Yeah, so we were talking about that earlier. I'm going to try to show that graph like at the end of the stream if I remember. These bishops do look weird. They can get unleashed, though. They can get unleashed pretty quickly. Don't think queen d7 does much, so let's go here. I really feel like black needs to play something like this, but they may not be in time now. Hello, Opsai. Why did I choose Fins as my username? I was listening to the Jimmy Buffett song called Fins. No joke. So this is the plan. G5 and then queen h5. Yeah, b4, again, I don't think it does much, so let's continue. It is kind of an outflanking going on. That's right. f6, okay, so now I could take on f6, or I could also play the queen h5 move. Both are tempting. Both are tempting. Probably taking on f6 is the cleanest thing to do, but let's go here. I like this one. We're going to try to flush that king out. Is your birthday 9th of May or 5th of September? Nice guy trying to hack into my accounts. No, I'm just kidding. It's the 5th of September. Take. All right. Yeah, I think even though this game was kind of cut short by the time control, I think this was instructive, like how you want to think about handling this setup. If you guys are interested, take a look at Fischer's games. Borislav Ivkov as well is another player from the past who had an excellent score on the white side of these positions. And that's again, playing d takes e5 in this type of setup versus playing d5 or keeping the tension longer. It's just kind of like an interesting way of playing. Some really good games by both those players I mentioned. Just look up in the database here. It's probably some games. I guess we're starting to depart theory like right around here. These are very flexible positions, though. Yeah, somehow 97 didn't seem right to me, but maybe it's not so bad. The engine thinks it's fine. But yeah, it's deceptive. I mean, I think around here, black's position doesn't look that bad, but white has kind of a clear plan in mind. Rook h1, g5, queen h5. Looks a little scary to me. The engine wants black to play c4, probably for this. Maybe not. a5, what's going on here? g5, bishop c5. Ah, to make way for knight f8. Knight f8, there is no mate. So come back and defend h7. That's pretty tough to see, though. Okay. That's maybe a opening worthy of study. Thanks for the game. Who's up next here? Fabi Bisher. Fabi Bisher 101. Let's go. Let's play knight f6. Someone was asking about Grunfeld earlier, so let's maybe try to play Grunfeld. So in the Grunfeld, you're allowing white to occupy the center, but you're looking to counterattack. Hello, Chaz. Good to see you. Okay, bishop c4. Early bishop c4. Do I try to punish that? I don't think so. It's so weird seeing this from the black side. I'm just so used to seeing this from the white side. Let's just castle. Yeah, my pleasure, Heidstein. Thanks for the game. Much appreciated. Okay, now I think I do want to try to attack the d4 point. So let's go here. I might make use of bishop g4. If I play this setup, I usually put the knight on e2 if I'm white, because that way bishop g4 can be met by f3. So with the knight on f3, trying to support d4, white is susceptible to this move happening at some point. Those of you who play the Grunfeld may know that. And Arex gifting a sub to Heidstein. Very kind of you. Oh, do we have another stream sniper? No, he could come up with that move on his own. Let's play queen a5. Okay, queen d2. I'm going to take now and probably trade the queens and then play rook d8, I'm thinking. The center starts to look pretty fragile for Fabi Bisher. I legit don't know what to do without seeing John's door in the picture frame. I know that this background's going to take a while to get used to, for sure. For the longtime viewers. Now, do I play rook d8 or do I maybe try to do something fancy? I think rook d8 is called for. We're just looking to attack this pawn pretty purely here. I think the only way that white can defend it is with king c3, which you'd really hate to have to play because it steps right into this pin. He plays this, so he's escaping the pressure here, but as far as I can tell, I can take on d4 and I'll be up a pawn when all is said and done. Maybe 2 pawns. We'll see. Can you green screen the old room back in for a sense of continuity? I did take a couple pictures of the room from like my usual setup, just in case I want to use them for future streams. Got to put a STL Chess Club or Minnesota Blizzards poster or framed shirt back there. Actually, someone had the great idea of putting like a Team Scandi neon sign back there, and I think that would be awesome. I would love to make that happen at some point. Let's take this one. Is this your favorite chess set on Lichess? I kind of go back and forth. Like I usually play with this one or just the normal one here, right? This is called Merida. I also kind of like Duffman kind of turned me on to this one. I also like this Maestro set sometimes. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you what my favorite set is on Lichess. This is a good move. I think that's a smart play. Threatens rook d8, which is kind of annoying. I think I should go here, though, because that stops rook d8, and if he takes this pawn, I play rook c8, and that somehow feels too dangerous for white to allow. Use the horsey board theme? Oh, we will be in about 38 minutes. Ooh, and there's the discovery here on the rook. Okay. Thank you, Fabi Bisher. Yep. So just have to be concerned a little bit about the handling in the center. If you want to play this line but want to keep things solid, I would recommend bishop c4 and then knight e2. And you can still bring your bishop to e3. All the same things apply, but you don't have to waste time playing h3 because you can always meet bishop g4 with f3. So, hey, Alchemist Titan. Yeah, Alchemist Titan is he's one of my former students, and I was grilling with him today for 4th of July, and we were playing over the board this afternoon. So I've been playing a lot of chess today. So thanks for tuning in, Alchemist Titan. You did take me down to 6 seconds in our over the board game today. Hey, K Buckby. All right. K Buckby. Let's go. Let's play Caro-Kann against him. Does f3 not open up the king? It does, but that's not a massive concern, to be honest. That's totally okay. Hey, Alchemist Titan getting a gifted sub from Arex. Thank you, Arex, by the way. Hooking people up with subs. This is looking like an exchange French. Right? I guess I'll play it that way. I'll play d5. I've already played the move c6, so I'm kind of like a move ahead of white. But let's see how this goes. These positions do have a reputation for being a little boring. But we'll see how it pans out. I'm thinking do this. If I can send the knight to g6 and attack the bishop, then I can break the pin and maybe start to work with a little something. Okay, so he voluntarily goes back. Now, let's play bishop f5. See if I can beat him to this diagonal, and we'll see how he reacts. Putting my money on K Buckby for this rematch. Oh my, that is bold, Stakehead. That is quite bold. All right. I like the confidence in K Buckby. Thank you, Mudit Jain. All right, let's start trying to crank up the heat a little bit. Queen f6. Let the record state, I have not been taken down even for a half point today. We had a very close call against Goldcat. Ooh. When I see this move, I think queen-bishop coordination has just been severed. And Stakehead chess, this is not looking good for your bet, I got to say. And if bishop f5, knight takes f5. I think Stakehead chess just jinxed K Buckby. Arex gifting the Duffman as well on the Lichess channel. Thank you very much, Arex. Once again. That was your mistake. Yeah, that was your mistake, K Buckby. That clip against your answer here, I think Lichess should put that as like a standalone clip on their channel. That was pretty funny. Maybe they'll even let me post that on my channel. But that was cool what happened there. It was a good laugh. Any advice for players with stage fright? You just have to imagine your chess opponent's naked. That's what they say for public speaking. But no, I don't know. Stage fright is in like you can't bring yourself to play. It's just hard for you to actually work up the courage to play games, get anxiety when you do. I knew you were going to say that, Duff, man. I knew you were going to say that. I agree with you for the record. Yeah, and yeah, I could totally see that piece of advice does not work particularly well. I couldn't resist saying it, given that it's like the usual advice. Okay, I'm trying to line this up. Or maybe here? Can we do this in style somehow? I don't know. I want to sack my queen somehow, but I'm not seeing it. Like a knight takes f2 type move, not working. Not going to work. Yeah, in all seriousness, you kind of just have to start playing and recognize that it's just a number that they attach to your strength at any given time. Yep, good games, K Buckby. I think you're a little uncomfortable with that knight on e4, understandably. Probably you should play like knight e5 somewhere. Maybe right here. Play knight e5, try to establish your knight in my half of the board. Okay. You know, as a bridge, you could also play computers or bots. You could do that as kind of a bridge to playing humans. Some people may find it easier to play like with an anonymous account. Those are all strategies I've seen people use to work their way up to playing humans regularly. But I do know some people who it's a persistent issue for them. Playing Kegi. 0 inaccuracy game? Okay, great. I had to do it. Stakehead Chess said he was betting against me, and I took that personally. Like Michael Jordan. That became personal to me. That's the ambulance for K Buckby, if you guys could hear that. I'm really being savage today. I don't know. I feel like I have to apologize. It's probably because it's a holiday. I was grilling out earlier. Sweet, kind John will be back to regularly scheduled tomorrow. Regularly scheduled program. Sorry, K Buckby. Right, McButtfist, right? Oh, well, thanks, Crooked Rooks. Am I better than Eric Rosen in your opinion? Yeah, objectively, I do think I'm a little bit stronger than Eric. Not anything massive, but I'm somewhat higher rated. I don't think we played that often, to be honest, but no, I definitely like my chances against him. But it's not anything like earth-shattering. Okay, saddling him with these pawns, trying to play against him. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. I can't tell how many viewers we have, but let me check. I would be kind of curious. And once again, sorry that I'm not able to play everyone. We do get a lot of challenges on these, although I noticed it's a little bit less than usual. I think partly, again, because it's a holiday here in the U.S. Also, we did move the time from the usual slot today. Thanks again to No Joke Chess for that. But still, yeah, 300 plus viewers. Great. Okay. Let's go queen c7. I'll just apply some pressure here. Maybe there's like a knight b4 type idea as well. Am I better than Levy Rosman? Yeah, I would say same thing, as I said with Eric. Exactly, Steakhead. Yeah, it is a rite of passage. Okay, now I think I can take this one. I'm being cautious because there are some possible discoveries here, but I'm hitting the rook, and if the rook moves, we get queen takes c2 in. Well, thank you, Steve Beckman. Jerry is a strong master. I think he's a national master, but I would say he's FIDE master quality. He has the right idea, per our discussion earlier, right? Strong master. That's how you want to be known. I'm just knocking out material here, attacking the bishop. I kind of want to get something going on g2 as well. I'm trying to engineer some tactic related to that too. Queen d5, maybe. This move looks pretty unpleasant as well. We'll send the bishop, even if it's not attacking g2, we'll send it away to... Because now I'm threatening stuff like rook takes c2. A lot of pins going on here. How about Hikaru, in your opinion? I like the in your opinion in parentheses. I could actually still play this if I wanted. That's kind of a fun move, so let's do it. Yeah, Hikaru was number 2 in the world for a brief period of time. Okay, thank you, Kegi, for the game. I think these positions, if black settles into these positions with the knight on d5 against the IQP, the isolated queen's pawn, I think black's almost always pretty comfortably better. Well, slightly better. Slightly better to clearly better. It's just tough for white to find a plan at this point. White probably has to have a little bit more juice in the position. So, Kegi, I think you wasted a bit too much time with this bishop early on. This is a line, but you don't want to play bishop c4 too soon. I think knight c3 is the move here. So thanks for the game. Okay, Tiago, let's go. Okay, what have I not played? Let's play a Pirtz opening. I'll play e5. I don't usually play the g6 variation, even though that's mainline Pirtz. Now, let's see if Tiago might blunder bishop g5. Then I can demonstrate this knight takes d5 trick. Because you can recapture with the knight. You get to send the knight backwards. That's a trick you should know for breaking... not even a pin, really, because that wasn't a pin, because I had the bishop on e7, but taking advantage of a extended enemy bishop that's undefended. That happens so often, that type of sequence there. So I had a feeling we could see it. Ooh, queen d3. Okay, now I'm going to play this move. I'm going to keep the tension for now. I want to see if I can sneak this in somewhere to overwhelm him on that square. It's probably not going to happen, though. I might be best off just, yeah, maybe just playing takes, developing. That's right. Fired up for the burn. That is a common tactic. Hello, carry on my way. Carry on my wayward son. Knight b4 would be a blunder. That caught my eye, though, to attack this. I think maybe here. Let's offer a queen trade. There'll be peace when you are done. Hopefully a chess piece. Hopefully I'll be able to win a piece. Ooh, aggressive again, but there's going to be tactical issues. That g4 move, remember, every pawn move in chess weakens squares in the wake of that pawn, right? You can't ever have it both ways. Every pawn move in chess weakens a square in the wake. Let's take this one. And I can fork the rooks at the end. Yeah, I think white just played a little too fast this game. Hello, Moo. Let's go here. Attack this pawn again. Attack again. What's my favorite movie? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I love that movie. My all-time favorite. All right, we're both just playing quick here. We don't want to allow this like 3 versus 3 pawn breakthrough, but I think we're a long ways away from that. Okay, wait a minute. Check. We might have another call the ambulance, but not for me. Oh no, my pawn. I should have let him get a queen, though. That would have been good. Yeah, thank you for the game, Tiago. I should have played some other move and like let white get a queen and then mated. Thanks for the game. That bishop g5 move cost you early, though. So, and honestly, I don't think you want to play d5 in this type of situation. I would either keep the tension if I were you, like knight f3. Or you could take and enter this queenless middle game. But knight f3 or knight e2, those would be my default moves here, just to try to keep the tension. I think when you close it up, although nominally white has a space advantage, I don't think black has any problems, and black's structure kind of extends this direction towards the king side. So I love Tombstone, the movie, as well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dabo. The d6 pawn would have foiled things when it comes to that. So thanks for the game, Tiago. Let's play the next challenger. Noob, 1729. You're up. I have seen Silverado. Let's play d6 against d4. We'll see how this turns out. You still challenge if not a patron. Yeah, anyone is free to challenge here. Absolutely. We are playing all comers. There's no preference. I have a button, an extension that accepts a challenge randomly. So you do have to challenge me on Lichess. My username is Fins. But we play everyone here. Let's attack the queen. See where she goes. How do I want to treat this? We'll play like this and maybe fianchetto my bishop. Yeah, you did hat show. Yeah. Who's going to be the horsey challenger coming up in about 20 minutes? Let's go knight f5. Maybe I can go into d4. Yeah, we'll jump in. Hi, Neil. All right, now there's weaknesses that, that move makes you physically cringe. Watch people die inside. Like that subreddit. Yeah, that's just like stepping into the barrel of the shotgun here. And I mean, that was the clincher. But on Queen D1, honestly, this is already looking a little sketch for white. I was probably going to go Bishop G4, maybe develop some quick pressure. It was probably playable, though. Like, white may not be in all that bad shape yet. Minus 0.7. But yeah, thanks for the game, noob. Okay. Yeah, those sort of alignment things, it does take a while to develop the instincts for them in chess, just to avoid bishops, rooks. I still have trouble with knight forks. I mean, just stumbling into knight forks all the time. I have real issues with that in chess. Okay. Strong player here. Let's play the Cambridge Springs. Queen A5. Images that make you feel pain. I know, right? Isn't that how crazy how like moves on a board can just make us like cringe and have like a physical reaction? Let's take. Now, when he takes back, do I play knight e4 or bishop e4? Or just bishop d6, something like that. I'm going to play bishop e7. I'm going to play this a little restrained, I think. I sometimes play this like real patient. B4, I'll pull the queen back. This might be a little bit old-fashioned the way I'm playing it, but I think it's okay. Knight e5, interesting. Let's still play bishop d7. If he takes that, I don't mind. Shout out to K Buckby once again. I was ribbing him earlier, but he actually emailed me about the Team Scandi neon sign suggestion. He had some great feedback on that, so thanks to K Buckby. Longtime viewer of my channel. Capture. Okay, let's take this way. And now maybe eject the knight next, huh? How are we going to do this? Do we play bishop d6? F6 I kind of want to avoid, so I'm going to go bishop d6. I'm not going to go for f6 yet. Hey, Mellow Joe. Thank you for tuning in. You're just in time. We got the horsey game coming up. 10, 15 minutes. Those of you who are watching fireworks, you got any scenic locations for them going on? Going anywhere interesting? Should I go here? This could be a good move. Oh, no, he can take the bishop on e8. I'm trying to find a way where this knight is, like, trapped. Or he'll have to go back to e5 or something. I think king g7 is appropriate, though. Guard this. Threaten h5. He maybe has issues here. Like, queen e7. He can bring his rook over, though. I wish these were flipped around now. That might be the basis for a plan, though. Maybe I can do this. Let's think about this. Let's go here. Threaten this. I see fireworks on the top of Pikes Peak and also the Air Force Academy. Okay. So you're out in Colorado, huh? Top of my apartment in Dallas. Nice cookie beard. Debs Park, Los Angeles. Nice. All right. E4. Let's play H5 all the same. I'm thinking he's going to play knight F2. I really want to get into this H2 square. I'm trying to arrange something with the queen and the king, or the queen and the bishop. I got to be careful, though. Yeah, there's always this move, but I thought that was a little dangerous for him. I have an in-between check if I want it. And I think we're going to avail ourselves of this opportunity. I think he missed this move. I think white failed to consider this, and we're going to hopefully capitalize. Take h3 now. Because now there's going to be multiple loose pawns, right? Probably white's got to take back. I don't know that there's too many other moves. Oh, g4. Okay. Could take this one. Could take here. Here, probably white's going to go there, I would imagine. Let's take this one. I don't think this pawn's going to run away anywhere. Ooh, white offers a trade. Yeah, this has got to be a win for black. But let's just make sure we get organized. I'll let him take that pawn. I'm not greatly worried about that. We're just going to go rook e3. Still 2 pawns to the good here. Maybe this is a decent move. Yeah, let's do this one. Little simplifying operation. c4, there was bishop takes c4, so that's why I didn't play it. Push. Push again. White's all boxed out. Check. Has more effect when you announce check. Thanks for the game. G11G. Yeah, interesting middle game right there. I think white's knight was a little awkwardly placed in that one. I don't know. These positions can be subtle sometimes. But I have noticed in this type of like semi-Carlsbad structure, which is what we have here, where white has 2 center pawns against black's 1. White has a typical plan of playing on the queen side. If the queen side play slows down and there isn't an immediate central break for white as well, so white doesn't have a lot of pawn play, I've noticed that black is often just slightly better. Was the pawn on g4 not free before you took the bishop? Pawn on g4. Oh, like right here? Don't think I could ever take that because he has king takes. It's possible I have better moves right around here, but I just went with a simple one. Up 2 pawns. Oh, yeah, Buster Rogers? I'm not saying that happened. That allegedly happened. Allegedly. But no, it's been a lot of fun today. It always is fun. But in a bit of a festive mood here. Thanks again for the game, G11G. Lichess chess. Let's go. Let's play. What do you guys want to see? Let's play the bird. Or bird Zerk, as someone had me play recently in one of my Lichess Arena streams. I played the bird and I berserked. Bird Zerk. Lichess chess. I hope you're there. Give him the 3 count. Going once. Going twice. Got to get that move in. Oh. Okay. I was about ready to tap you out, but you got it in. All right, we got a game. I just imagine he's like scrambling back to his computer. He was AFK. Watch this be the game that I get taken down. We'll see. I'll try not to let that happen. Let's play knight c3. Pog indeed, yeah. World Championship prediction. I haven't thought about it too much, but I think Magnus is going to get it done, and I think he's going to extend his World Championship streak. What do you guys think? I think the consensus is that Magnus is about a 60-65% favorite, somewhere in that range. But honestly, that's not even very exciting to say because you could say that for a lot of guys in the top 10 that Magnus would be playing. I don't think the percentages would change greatly depending upon who he's facing. Some guys, I think he would be even a heavier favorite for sure. But Nepo probably has one of the best chances, theoretically, of all these guys. But given the tightly clustered ratings that we're talking about here, I think that's pretty fair. Let's play b3 just to stop any c4. 65% is like 100 elo. Yeah, honestly, it sounds about right. Just given Magnus's match experience, the fact that he's the defending champ. Maybe the math says it should be a little bit lower, but it sounds about right to me. 75-25 Magnus. Interesting. Yeah, Ding Laurent really fell off, didn't he? He just has not been able to hit his stride. I do feel for him. He was playing a lot of those events at non-standard hours in China, it sounds like. Like he was waking up at like 2 or 3 in the morning playing. I imagine just schedule-wise it was quite difficult for him. Ooh, c4. All right. So now I see 2 issues with this. One, I can play this move if I want. The other, I could just take this way. He's trying to break up my structure. I think he's getting a little nervous about this powerful structure. I think I should play this first. But I will be taking that pawn on c4. But first, I'm going to go win the exchange. He went number 3 in this event. Oh, I didn't get to follow the most recent event at all, by the way. I saw Aronian took it, right? I think it was decided today. Credit to him. All right, so yeah, Black's waging all-out warfare on my pawn structure. But let's think about the best way to diffuse this. b3 is a good try. I think you got to play b3 in this type of situation. But I also feel like I'm a few accurate moves away from winning. Let's take here first. Let's just see how he responds, like which way he's going to capture. If he takes this way, I might have some stuff with like knight h4, maybe. Or, sorry, queen h4. He takes with the f pawn. Okay, so this gives us a little more information about how to play this. For example, this queen h4 move is tempting. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. No, I don't play any musical instruments anymore. I mean, I played the alto sax when I was in middle school and high school a little bit. But, yeah, nothing to write home about. Here now? How you guys like this one? Watch the time, though, John. Watch that time. Take. All right, let's finally take here. We finally got to capture this pawn. But again, we got to watch the time. Watch the clock. I'm going to sack the pawn just to open up the position a little bit. Take, take. He takes here. I check and go in the bishop. Okay. He didn't test me on the clock. Lichess Chess, thanks for the game. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, you played inspired there with c4 and stuff. I can see why you want to break through. You just weren't quite ready for it yet. Maybe you can play a move like rook c8 and then try something like this. But then I suppose you take the rook away from here. So I have a feeling the whole idea is kind of flawed. But yeah, I give you credit. You didn't back down from playing against an IM. You went for it, and that's how you got to play. If you guys are ever playing a simul or these sort of Lichess plays events, playing a good player, go for the throat. So thanks again for the game. We might be able to try that, Alex. All right. I think it's time. I think it's time, my friends. The time has come to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and horsey sets and cabbages and something. Kings? Oh, and the Bongcloud. We gotta talk about the Bongcloud as well. Who's gonna get the Bongcloud pairing? We have 86 people still waiting in the queue. Once again, before we play this last game of the stream, as is customary, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in today. This has been a lot of fun. Apologies to the people I didn't get a chance to play. Got a chance to play many of you. Check out my stream. Support Lichess. They're a great site. Completely free to use. Will always be free to use. It's a great, really, chess public service project. Thanks to No Joke Chess as well for today. He's one of the mods. Vogel. Ooh, all right. Here we go. Vogel V22. King E2 and walk away. All right. Game on. Game on. Yeah, no nonsense development from my opponent. These are tough. I got to focus on these. Last week it was Norwegian chess giant. This week it's Vogel. Play D3. I'll keep B5 in reserve for now. H3. Okay, black seems content to simply develop. He's not trying to bring the queen out. He's not trying to crush me from the jump. No nonsense development. I was thinking about some earlier way of bringing my king into the action, but I'm not quite seeing it. I'm not feeling it. We'll see what he does. Yeah, he might try to jump that into F4. We shall see. Do I take? I think we take. My bishop's pretty sad on G3, so we'll take. Let's go here. Okay, this is not so bad. We're kind of stalking this dark square bishop. Ooh, he's going for the push. Interesting. Okay. I respect it. Take the dark square bishop, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of annoying that I don't have knight h4. Let's take this bishop, and then we'll go here. I got to bring the king back, unfortunately. Horses are stable, so they win. Yes. Now, I can't castle. That's one thing I got to keep in mind. Got to keep that in mind the rest of the game. I do wonder where black's going to put the king. I mean, he could go kingside pretty comfortably here still. I feel a little cowardly for retreating the king, but had to do it. Oh, he's going for the pawn. Okay. I didn't see that this was possible. It does seem a little risky, but maybe it's playable. Because this bishop is kind of out of the game over here. But then again, I don't see a refutation per se. B5? B5 and then C4, something like that. Try to cage the bishop. Might go knight A5, though. Let's just play knight D2. How am I going to coordinate? I need to make way for my queen to come over here. I think that's going to be important. Develop. Kind of just down a pawn now, though. I don't see a whole lot of compensation, guys. I got to be honest. I don't see the play. But that hasn't stopped us before. We're capable of coming back. Maybe I can tickle a little bit. Let's go here. Queen c8 is in the air. Inviting rook g8, but maybe. Cage the bishop sounds like a band name. Yeah, just like Cage the Elephant. And the bishop is called the elephant in a language or two, I think. Queen looks like Bart Simpson, yeah. Okay, so king d8. Prudent move. Patient move. Let's bring the king up. I think rook g8 is probably coming next. Yup. Watch the time, John. Watch the time. I got to watch out for bishop h5 as well, constantly. Oh, is it the rook that the elephant? Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was the bishops. But I will defer to you guys. Pastor John. Attack the pawn. c6, I win d6. Okay, I might be winning a pawn back here. I think I am. In Russian, the bishop is the elephant? Okay, so I wasn't totally off about that. Now, queen e8, I have knight takes e5. Okay, all right. Let's take a little pit stop here. See if he notices. He does. But we're gaining counterplay here. We picked up the pawns. Back to equal material. We picked up another pawn. We're up a pawn. Check. Got to announce check, remember, in these games. It's a rule. All right, let's go over here. Leaving this pawn hanging, but I like my chances. Let's button up everything here. Take that. Defend. I don't know where my piece is going. We're winning. I won. Whew. Oh, we made it. Thanks to Vogel for the game. That was tough. You played that well. I think you got away with bishop takes a2. We will turn off the horsey set here for the sake of analysis. Let's go back to the one we were using before, the alpha set. Seems like you can get away with bishop takes a2, huh? Or rook takes a2, rather. Let's see. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, I played the Bongcloud and then moved my king back to e1. So I shouldn't be surprised that you can, but yeah, there's no tactic here. Black is just better. Tried to coordinate as best I could. Keeping pieces on board, trying to cause problems. And I finally managed to get some play when Vogel had slightly weakened the queen side, and I was able to swing over queen d3. At this point, I felt like I was no longer worse, because I didn't see how black was going to hold one of these queenside pawns. Or all the queenside pawns. Hello, Danny Lam, by the way. Oh no, my John, this is Full Metal Genesis. Even this was kind of complicated, though. But the time was taking over at this point. Mutual mistakes. He takes b5 is evidently good here, but the time was the big factor. All right. Well, thanks again for the game, Vogel, and thanks to everyone for tuning in today. Appreciate all those who sent a challenge, whether you got to play or not. I appreciate you guys all the same. And great stream. Yeah, fun time. Happy 4th once again to my fellow Americans. Happy weekend to everyone. Have a good upcoming week. I'll probably be back next week. Thanks again to No Joke Chess and Lichess. Go support Lichess. We're going to be rating Diana Mirza next. So enjoy her stream. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.